last hour. And everybody can get out by 3, hopefully.
Okay.
Have we got a
I don't-
handout on this one?
Oh, not that I don't know.
We don't have a handout on this one.
No, ma'am.
So Mark, I will get a copy for presentation, so I
You
can.
can have a copy of whatever you want.
And I will need part of it because I was doing a presentation about
You see the certified.
Yeah, I can, I was
We'll
doing.
put it in,
Everybody can get one.
we'll put it in Dropbox.
Thank you.
Okay, 2015 mid-year update. Here's Douglas County DOT. As far as, the streets they paved so far, you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I like to pay.
13 out of, about 30 streets paved so far. The ones that are highlighted are the ones they paved.
Wait a minute, I don't see it in my road.
I can't see it.
They started in District 1.
Right.
Oh, it's gonna be.
Yeah, and we continue. This is Douglas County DOT forces.
All right, I see it. All right.
I,
District 1, you got all yours done just about.
they're not all done. He's
Just
just doing a
about.
good job.
Yeah, doing a good job. That's where they started on the east end.
Mhm.
Two.
We got 3 roads.
That's the first page. On the second page.
It's on the next page.
All right. What?
Now, this is done by our forces.
This
Yeah,
is us.
this is ours.
We're
Most of
doing-
ours
two
will be
different-
done by somebody else.
There's another list I'll show you in a minute with the contract, but granted that in.
All right, he's about 30% finished with in-house roads, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Next slide. Y'all ready?
Yep, yep.
Keep going this thing wrong way.
Well, that was it. I just got 3, not much.
I was last
You could have some more on the next one.
I was last year.
Well, you should have
We
told
need to
us.
start,
You
we
should
need
have
to
told us.
rotate which end the.
Yeah, I told him that. I told
That's
him
what-
about
that's
a
what
month
we're
ago.
supposed to be
We're gonna
doing.
start switching this up.
Yeah,
When we communicate with, for example, Old Lord Road, we've got a school over there, do we communicate and coordinate with them, letting them know that we're coming through there? How does that work?
Yes, they should. Anything with high traffic, yes, they should.
and see Alexander Parkway.
And they may have signs
just
out,
asking,
they
yeah.
may have signs, I don't know, what school's on, oh yeah, they should be closed.
That's
to some of those.
Manchester Elementary is right there.
Yeah, they won't be
It'd
able
be
to come.
difficult to resurface Alexander Parkway, you gotta stop every 30 feet for a speed bump.
They really should, they should.
Okay.
Normally they take them up.
Subdivision, they should have come off this.
But they put them back down, I guess. when they-
Yeah, normally they take them up, they put them back down.
Is that how they do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the quality of the,
Tell them not to put so many. There's gonna be that many.
They probably hurt their feelings.
does the quality change from us doing
You gotta
contract
sign
work
up.
versus
Should.
contractors?
No, sir, it should be the same.
They'll learn.
Should be exactly the same.
You can never find that out if it's the same.
Check it out. What's that question? I'm sorry. we were-
Yeah, I'm
The
sorry.
quality of the work changed between our forces versus contract
Right.
forces.
Shouldn't be any different.
Should be the same.
Yeah, it should be, I mean, really, it should.
Both should be good, put it that way. It should be the
I'm sure, I'm
same.
sure we might be doing a better job.
So same equipment, same material, raw material is used to do it.
Absolutely.
And then we've got qualified personnel, I guess. to-
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's what they do.
yes, sir.
I'm not oversimplifying it or.
Because it looks, I mean, it looks like you just get out there with a roller and you roll it, but no, there's certain, you gotta wait a certain amount of time, you're supposed to roll it a certain amount of times. If not, you start busting up the rocks that are in the asphalt.
So again, this is just a committed force that's just filler, but it ain't just like, okay, we've got people over at the inmates to go pick up trash, and they, these are really certified, qualified Department of Transportation people. That's what I'm
Yes,
hearing.
that's correct.
They know what they do.
That's
Right.
right. Okay, that's all.
Okay. Next one.
Okay, contract forces is 12.812 miles.
Yeah.
That's one we just awarded the contract.
Find out about the
Snell or
intersection
Sneed or
and
That's
what
all.
spans.
Snell. Snell, I was right first time.
Which one?
Let's do it.
Yes, ma'am, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is this called? Rest of what's remaining?
This is contract forces, contract, ER Snell.
They have to chew it up and spit it out. Most of these,
Some of them, yes, there's a lot of patching, a lot of,
deep.
deep patching, a lot of leveling. Which leveling, all that is, it'll be thin line. You can tell, sometimes you can tell where trucks have made indentions where the tire tracks run all the time. They run leveling through there just to fill those holes up. If not, if you go in there with an inch and a half of topping on top of it, those deep indentions are gonna come right back through.
Mhm.
You're right, 'cause we hear about it when it comes up.
Ready for the next one? I think there's 2 pages.
All the Skyview
This one's
Drive,
one page.
whole part of
You need-
Skyview Drive's in there.
Mike, you need to put.
Skyview, they've been on us for a long
list.
time.
You got
Long time.
I'm
Yeah.
still getting complaints.
Pool road,
It's real bad.
so that they can take care of pool bill. You gotta get pool.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now yours is in, Pool Mill's in my district.
Yeah.
Pool is in yours.
My district is a pool mill.
Is Boo Mill not on
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pool mill is.
there?
Pool
I
Mill
was
is.
gonna say, I've been telling those people that's calling me that we got it on the list.
Pool is not.
Pool is not.
It was at the
Yeah,
bottom of that
I've
last.
got my list
Oh,
on
It
my
was on that
website.
little bottom of the last one. Right.
Oh, this is Phillips Mill, I'm sorry. I thought
No,
Go
it
back
was-
one more, yes, I thought I saw it.
It was
Pool
Pool
mill,
Mill.
yes.
Yeah,
One
one
more
more.
land roll.
That's in my district, so I know it's on
It was on there a minute ago.
there. Go one more.
I saw it all ago.
That's all of them.
No, we'll go back.
It was on there somewhere.
Go back.
Pool road or pool mill?
Pool Mill.
Yes, pool mill is on there.
Yeah,
Pool
keep
road
on
is not.
Okay, keep going.
There's pool mill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's Pool Road. Yeah.
From Pool Road to Pool Mill.
Pool Mill is me.
Yeah, pool road is not.
Pool Road to
This
Banksville.
district.
Okay.
Got it,
Yeah,
got it, got it.
yeah, that was the terrible.
There you go.
There's some pictures of the page.
Or is this us doing it, or? That's our
That's
staff.
us.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
look at that good job.
As far as the mowing cycle,
They've started.
yep, they have started.
Yeah.
There's some
Yeah,
pictures of
We need to do something about our sign ordinance, because people put signs out and then they don't pick them back up. And I saw our crew out there picking up signs so that they could cut.
Well, I've been getting a lot of calls complaining about our people
Picking up their signs.
but they're illegal signs, that's the reason they're picking them up.
Yeah, I pick up my phone.
Well, Henry County, I think, has a sign ordinance where they can put the signs out for the weekend, but they have to pick them
Right
up.
here on the six.
But, you
know, we
I got something in our program the same way.
These are junk.
We buy junk.
Okay.
I think some nervous, they may call the law in on it.
I tell you, then the Fulton Road and Maxim Road is the world's worst
Oh, it
about
is?
signs. That's where you can go, you can take them up and 2 hours later, they're gonna be back.
Concrete that median.
They must be growing.
You're right,
Yeah.
you're right.
That's,
They'll figure out a way, trust me.
Yeah. Okay, as far as dirt roads, 1
yes,
and 2, we've done 3.
this is very popular,
There's no warrant?
very, very
We've
popular.
done 3 of those. I'm backing up. We've done 3 so far.
All right, how much does this cost us to do this?
This is 30-something thousand.
Per each, per road?
No.
For all of them?
Wasn't it, how much?
I think we have 70,000 in the budget.
Total? 70,000.
It was for
Was highlighted what you've done, Mark?
30-something miles.
Yes, sir.
Maybe that's what.
Highlight is what they've done.
Now, all of these are approved for treatment? All of these roads on there?
Yes, sir.
And how many of them can you do for that amount of money?
All of them.
Mhm.
We can do all of them.
And how often do you have to do this?
Once a year.
Yeah.
But it's very popular because
Relax.
that's the.
Yeah, hold on, I was gonna see if there
I
was.
wish I had more dirt roads.
See if there was an amount, but there's not.
Oh, they started calling me this year, wanting to know when we were gonna start the calcium chloride treatment.
Now, do we do this, or do we pay somebody to do this?
There's only one contractor that we know of in the southeast that that does this, and they have a patent on
Man, we need to start us a business.
Where's my
start
Warren
doing
Road?
this.
it. Where's what?
Warren Road, a little, that was on the list.
Warren Road or Brookmont Parkway?
You know, Warren, it's connected, right? You know, that little dirt passage that goes through there, it's,
Past the school,
yeah, the,
from the school to Bomar?
Yeah.
Man, they even got down
It's not on there.
square feet, you see that?
Right. Is it on another list?
No, they don't put one list
Yeah.
on this.
Can you write that down?
Yeah, we missed
Check
that.
Warren Road.
That was,
For dirt road?
Warren Road.
Mhm.
Wasn't it supposed to be paid by the developer years ago?
Well, it's supposed to be paid when he does phase two.
Oh, we had done
They're,
phase
they're
two.
getting close. We've been talking to people about phase two, but
Warren Road was in our list of something. Check that. I remember. it. Yeah, he knows what I'm talking about. What's the school over there?
it stops right
Charter
there.
school,
The charter school, the new one.
or used to be there.
Yeah, it used to be
Right
there.
there, I mean, right in Cabot.
Yeah, so you go past, you finish out Brookmont, and then it
Yes.
turns to dirt right there,
Yes.
that subdivision.
Is that an empty building then?
That's up. And it's dirt from
Wouldn't that
maybe
be
a
as
quarter of a
much
mile.
traffic as you used to?
Right, but it's a cut through, it's a major cut through.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
All right,
good.
moving on.
we'll double back on it.
There's some pictures of the treatment.
I got a big old tank.
And then
Hold that back.
and-
Let me see that again.
And each application makes it harder, and, you know,
Is
certain
that not-
it's
you
harder.
can't put them on your car.
It improves over time.
It improves with each application, the road does, a little bit.
Okay.
And it's environmentally safe, because I did check on
That don't kill the morning glory, lady slippers or whatever.
I'm worried about those bats.
Okay, as far as government services division,
Laws.
as far as the landfill, they got all those, you know, EPD rules they have to follow by. We had the 10-year solid waste management plan, we've added 5 years to that, earlier, late last year, is that right? We got the, we do not have this guy, this is the assistant director, Gary Jenkins moved up here. We haven't hired anybody yet.
Or we've not tried to hire anybody.
We're looking,
We're
we
looking.
just started looking. That's the only reason I put that there. As far as, one of the things Gary talks about as far as long-term disposal capacity, is joining in with that, he calls it something else on a different slide, but essentially it's partnering with Paulding County to, on the landfill
And
expansion.
we've done that. We've got the partnership with Paul, right?
Yes, I
We've
think we
already
do.
signed all the paperwork. and all
Oh, we
that
signed
kind of
it,
stuff.
we haven't expanded the landfill though.
Right.
We have finished all the paperwork on that.
Okay.
Here's some pictures of the landfill. As far as this, revenue history, this is gonna look, it'll look very similar to the building. This, and then there's another slide a little bit later, I'll show you. But as far as the shape of the graph, the shape of this graph looks exactly like, it depends on what his scale is over here. But the shape will look exactly like the building
Building.
permits. Most of them go up and down through. This graph is the same as far as the revenue history. And this one's skewed really bad because of the scale on the left-hand
it. But all
side.
that money stays in that enterprise.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, that's right. That's just some of the recycling program over there. That doesn't stink of bad.
There's no satellite thing over there.
It's an old.
I'm paying on mine.
Mark, I will say this, I know that the picture may not say much, but I've actually used it a couple times, and the people over there who don't know me from Adam, they did a good, very nice job, they, very professional, and it was very easy,
Yeah.
and very inexpensive, by the way.
Yeah, it actually is. Now, we'll tell you this, plastics, I know y'all probably heard this, but plastics as far as recycling, there is no money in it. And people are stopping. There are people out there that still take plastics, but it's slowly going up.
What about
Because they're just not
glass?
making any money off of it.
What about glass?
I don't know about that.
Yeah, they're still taking it.
Still taking glass, but I don't know what the.
They probably
That's what
make
you're
money
doing
last
as far as. That's some of the vegetative waste grinding, that goes up with the building permits as well.
We
Same
give it
shape
away
and
or
grab,
sell it?
except for, we give it away. It's just some of the mowing pictures and the
Got to move yourself.
the debris management plan. Got future options, you have the landfill expansion program. And then, and I've heard Gary talk about this for years as far as considering across the board rate increase for waste disposal, just like Ken says, we're really cheap. But we're gonna stay cheap, I mean, that's up to y'all.
We just want to
Needs to be fair. Okay, fleet management. That's an aerial version. We replaced a pipe from this drop inlet. It went straight through here to the street. This thing's not working. Anyway, we rerouted it around it, but,
show where transportation is right now.
transportation,
It's down there at the bottom.
yeah,
End of the
and
building.
they're below the P on department
We've been in that building since 1940, is that what
in the forties.
Looks like an old chicken coop from here.
Well, it's been
What in the land?
added on
The
to.
animal shelter out here somewhere near this place?
There it is.
I think the animal shelter was.
DOT's back here, the way down here as well.
Well, it says transportation, so I thought that was it, right there.
All right.
As far as some of the stuff they accomplished, this thing's not working. I don't need a battery. They've implemented fleet manufacturer-specific software for some of these Dodge, Cummins, and Caterpillar engines. They're working on that Manager Plus software. They're probably about halfway through. They're implementing it now and entering data for reporting, work orders, repair histories, parts inventory, financial transactions. It'll help a lot with what Jennifer and Michelle do out there. Gary's doing a really good job with that. He's pretty much entering in all that information himself to make sure it's right.
About alerts about when you need to have a service.
Yes, he's sending out weekly reports on that to department heads. When you have service, he's sending out monthly fuel reports, he sends out all that. He's consolidated all his administrative tasks into one operation out there. He's reduced his parts inventory, which is a really big deal with the auditors. Isn't that correct, Jennifer?
Yes.
He went from 26% to 9% variance reduction in parts inventory, and it reduced his inventory items from 3,800 to 293. Work orders for 2014 at 3,146. We hired we're having a real big problem. We had no mechanics to work on the fire trucks. Those fire trucks had 200,000+ miles on it. We were eating through Chief Spencer's automotive and maintenance repair budget very quickly. We hired this guy about a month ago. This is gonna save us about $150,000, $7,000 a year. Just this one mechanic.
Might want to do it.
But yeah, you're right, he's paying for himself. According to, as far as, Gary went through all his operations, as far as, Field service consists of 210 heavy-duty trucks. He's got 133 units of equipment that require service, which is an average of 6 man-hours. Anyway, going through all this with his calculations, he is manpower deficient of 2 mechanics out there on the side.
But you, right now, you don't have any bays for.
Right now, yes, that's the only thing that's keeping him afloat right now, is he doesn't have enough room to put all those vehicles in there.
Right.
So, you're right. As far as, this is the Managers Plus software, as far as everything we do out there, as far as, like we were talking about earlier, getting service reports to department heads, fuel reports, you know, all that stuff, inventory, everything. As soon as we get all that stuff up and running, then it'll be a lot better. Because before, it was all paper, it was paperwork, nothing was on the computer. Okay, they hired a mechanic 3, that we discussed already, that one's complete. This is as far as some of their goals. Field services building lighting was installed, that's complete. Restroom and septic system was installed, we had to do some work on that. All this stuff was done in-house, so it was cheap. As far as, in their schedule, all possible routine service and preventative maintenance. Let's get over a couple of these. With increasing technology and new vehicles, we gotta have new equipment. And training, both of those. This comes with, pretty much everything out there at Fleet. A lot of our equipment out there is, it's old and it's out of date. Which is the tools, some of the jacks, parts inventory. I'll skip some of the pictures over here. That's the existing, that's the front of the building on Chicago Avenue. And different years with the different colors. That's some of the exposed wiring we have inside, lack of storage. That's lack of storage, that's 3 vehicles in 2 bays, pretty much. There's no room in between, and all that. This is the tire and used wheel section, there's no room there. That's a very small area. Yeah, that's some of our tire storage in those 2.
I think we keep some junk over there just for junk value too.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, it's like those junkyards you see, I mean, it's easier to keep them than it is to get rid of them.
Yeah. They're expensive.
I'm mashing the button, it just doesn't, it's not working. Yeah, it's grass on it, so that's a new DOT truck, by the way, that's not.
These fire trucks sitting out there.
Yeah, some of them, they pull parts off of them, some of them they don't. Some of them there are no parts left on them.
Can't sell them, get rid of them.
Yes, we tried to sell one, earlier this year, and I think we were getting maybe 2,500 out of it. It was one of these old ones. That one upper left up there. I think the dump truck and the one in front of it, those aren't, those are.
Waiting.
Yes, they're waiting. Yeah, poor lighting, poor everything, there's not enough voltage out there, we looked at changing all the voltage, we were looking at about $36,000 getting Georgia Power or Greystone out there. We get 2 more feeds to the building because we just don't have enough, and then adding 2 more panels. Because we don't have enough now, we don't have enough amps to pull everything right now the way it is. And then
It's like you can have garage sales.
yeah. Okay, this is looking from DOT. You're asking where DOT is. That's in the back.
That's better from the back, it does.
It does. The problem is all this water runs downhill and it runs over the edge and it that's the back side of the
Inside the
football.
base.
It goes inside the base.
Wow.
Oh, That's where the electrical comes in the back, on the back side.
Oh, my goodness. That was like a third world country where they steal electricity.
That's where the water comes in, because that grass level there is
Been
about
down there?
10 feet up in the air down in the bay.
Taking on a pretty day though, this guy.
Let's be positive.
Makes the lighting better.
Now, go back,
That's a,
slide.
that's a small engine workspace.
With
Up under the
that's on the
stairs.
left.
Under that pretty sky, pretty,
Stairwell.
stair.
Go back.
I'm trying.
Battery getting low?
You want this keyboard?
I've got some more batteries.
Now, is that, that can be installed on top of concrete? You don't have to have the well dug out or nothing like that?
No, ma'am. I don't think so. No.
It can go right on top of concrete,
Yes.
okay? Can it be moved? Can the equipment be moved like that?
Well, some of that equipment needs updating, so no, we wouldn't want to. Now, it's possible we could sell it. So,
Nasty.
that's just
Oh,
the
my
western.
goodness. Ooh.
That looks like my work.
Yeah,
That
some of
is
that could
40.
be cleaned
That
up.
is called 40.
As far as fire and EMS, they purchased a high brand digital radio system for, that was $132,000. That was this year.
Now, we talked about the sheriff's radio system. The fire department can't be on that same system.
Yes, ma'am, they can.
Will they be? Would they be?
Yes, they will do. I don't know the difference between those radios and this radios, if they're totally separate. I don't know. But I can find out.
To your point, I mean,
To my point.
you would think that there would be some type of technology bridging, right? Total solutions of public safety where, you know, putting pressure on these vendors to say, guys, there should just be one public safety solution. Why are we, I just don't get.
I'm pretty sure they're on the whole, they're all together.
Okay, we just want to make sure, I
New
think your
system,
point.
be connectivity.
We keep getting these point solutions, a million here, a million, I mean, it just seems like there's a lot of unrelated, but it's all supposed to be in the spirit of public safety. And it's all about communication. There's only airbands or airband, airways or airways, and Henry's not in here, but you guys get what I'm saying, it's like, really? Come
There's
on.
Henry.
My bad, can't see that.
They moved too far.
Good thing you weren't talking about it.
No, I'm good. See, I'm straight.
Tell me how you really feel.
But to that point, I mean, somebody just help me understand, and maybe to Ann's point, to clarify, again, we're spending money on these solutions, right? Millions at a pop, and some of them are $500,000, whatever, just to, they're. when
This is
somebody
an
gets-
8 or 10 million, and you spend that kind of money for a radio system, everybody talks to everybody.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's all we're asking.
Right.
Just- That's all.
Okay, replacement of the turnout gear, we replaced all that. Yeah, there's a price on there.
I bet.
Those were 81,000. That's completed. Pumper truck was 382,000, and then we just got the other one, the other pumper on the lease purchase, that was about the same price.
Over a period of 4 years.
Yes, ma'am. Over a period of
And
4
we
years.
paid 100,000 out of the budget on that, down on that lease, right?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Did that
In a
come
nut-
out of, that came out of Washburn?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
2002?
In a nutshell, what this is saying, Jennifer, is that Scott doesn't have enough money in property maintenance. And I don't think he does. We gave him, we didn't know this was the first year that we had the new budget with the fire and EMS on, separate from the general fund. Because they're in the uninked fund, and because before, all their repairs came out of property maintenance budget. So it's probably a little bit low in this area. We've transferred some money out of his department, so he's still under budget as far as the entire budget goes. As far as 2002 splost update, They replaced the fire hoses and nozzles, that was $44,000, that project's complete. This is Station 6, driveway out front, all that 6 inches of concrete with rebar, and then we did the parking lot in the back, asphalt, parking lot in the front, asphalt for regular vehicles, and that picture on the left is for the dumpster pad. That was $92,000. That was completed end of last year. This was the last vehicle that was bought out of 2002 Splot, $36,000. And like, as y'all are all aware, but like the chairman said earlier, you know, they waited on their money. They were one of the last ones to spend money. They waited to get theirs before they were spending it. Station 5 was finished. We did some improvements this year. Most of them were done last year. Most all of them. That's on Station 5 when their fire admin moved out. Down on Chapel Hill and at the Kroger. He's got a bid package out for a 50 by 100 building to use for storage. That's estimated cost is $350,000, so that'll be coming to you soon. Projects left to complete at the fire headquarters, parking lots, and then a small engine repair shop out back. You're looking at approximately $100,000, so that should be coming to you soon. As far as E911, they replaced their CAD system, their computer-aided dispatch. It's $255,000. That was done this year.
All that
And
comes out
next
of their
year.
budget though.
Yes,
Like,
ma'am.
that's a separate budget for fees.
Yes, that's correct. And then 2 grants from emergency management. They got a $50,000 one with no matching funds from GEMA for the dive team, and then they got a 500 kilowatt generator, which is valued at $150,000. That's no matching funds. All those were paid for by GEMA.
You get Jackson a new suit, he looks really good.
Yeah, we did. We put that in the budget too. Animal Services, 2015 updates. What time? About 2:30.
Yes. 31 minutes.
We finished the plans for the site plan, and they were preparing the mechanical drawings. Q's raised, completed the site and topographic surveys needed by the architect. Bill's currently getting prices on the design of the sewer. The site plan only takes the sewer to the street. We have to have plan and profile on the sanitary sewer line to go from the street down on Mac Road all the way across 92, intersection of Mac Road and 92, to town WSA's existing sewer line.
So what's that about? Quarter mile? I thought quarter
I
mile.
thought sewer
It's
was
not
on
a
the
big
back
quarter
road.
mile.
No, closest sewers diagonally across the intersection at Mac Road and 92.
Okay.
Oh.
Now, I know it's uphill, but according to WSA, we can get gravity sewer too.
Okay.
You'll just get deeper as you go.
Right, so engineering is engineering to decide, we don't have to bid that, it's getting cost, right? Is that what I'm hearing? We don't have to, how's that being handled? How's the engineering being handled?
He's getting he'll get 3 prices, and then they'll come forward for approval.
Isn't there sewage to the restrooms on, in Mac Road, Deerwood Park?
No, ma'am.
No sewage. It's done on the second day?
Yes, it has to be. Yeah, there's no sewage down there.
We got 2 back there.
It's just chair to that point, right?
No, you got more than that.
One-
We got another one out there, and
The lower field, and then up on
it's
the
been closed.
hill.
We have to get that thing redone and open back up, but there's only 3.
The handicap, so, to that point though, okay, so we've got the engineering that ultimately will come back with what? In other words, we get our drawings for the building, and then we have this connection point, 2 separate issues. The drawings ultimately, like with the jail, will be bid out, right? Find the general contractor to come back with some type of guarantee, whatever you guys come up with. Is that accurate?
Yes, all those documents will be ready by August 1st.
August first.
That's when we'll start the bid process.
And in bidding, comes back, if something is awarded, right? I'm gonna pay for it.
We have to determine that before.
We had some seed money,
The only reason I'm asking that is that, to that point, if you put that bid out there, and I don't know what the rules are for bidding, is there an expectation that we have to
300,000
consummate it this year?
I think it was 300,000.
You put that in the bid package to have a certain amount of time to make a decision on when you build. But I doubt if anybody's gonna take it more than 6 months, maybe a year.
I doubt it's gonna be close.
The only reason I ask that is that's something that's appropriate for SPOS, because again, are we getting ahead of ourselves, right? I understand speed, market, but it's like, we're waiting this long, let's be patient at this time, let's make sure we do this appropriately. We put seed money up, yes, it's public, it's in the budget, no doubt, roughly 300,000. Again, just trying to balance priorities, it says, okay, what's important? You know, do we spend 300,000 or another 2.5 million, 3 million, 4 million, whatever it's gonna be, to build this out this year? Or do we wait? Right.
We were supposed to go out to ACCG for a loan to build the animal shelter.
We
That
went
was
to
the
both.
original plan.
We went to ACCG and we went to the banks, and they're about the same. What was the interest rate, do you remember?
It's very low, I don't remember,
It was
I don't
very
remember
low,
what it was,
yes.
do you remember, Jennifer?
I can't remember.
But you're right, it was about the same with the bank.
Yes.
But it'd be a lease purchase, much how we purchased, or they purchased the Blake Gamble building on a lease purchase.
And then the question was, and I think I remembered, was that, okay, if in fact we did a SPOS, were you able to use proceeds from the SPOS to refinance if we did the lease purchase? Like, in other words, okay, we can get started, for the sake of getting started, but if SPOS comes around, can we wrap that in as vehicle? Or once we go down the path of lease purchase, we're locked?
Legal question. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Let's
I
defer
think you
until
would
you
be
see.
able to, but I'm not positive.
Let's defer until I get legal, that's fine.
Yes.
That's right.
I don't
sure
think it was
some
ever talked about. as
prepayment
being a
penalty.
splash.
No, it wasn't, but I think the question was, if we did put it on the SPOS,
Right.
could we go back and reimburse ourselves of money we'd already
I- we
toward
did
the
do
Oh,
that.
yeah, that we did.
I think you can.
I just wanna, can we make?
But I'm not an attorney, I don't know.
I don't think so, it just depends on how far you're down the road with that, to go back and try to recoup that, I don't think you can like that.
You don't think you can? I think you can. So-
Well, see, you bought you bought the Dan jail well before me, right? All right, you already had that on the books. We didn't go to market, what, to 2010, I mean, we didn't start reimbursing ourselves to 2012, right? So in theory, there was time period between the time that you what? Bought that land,
But that's just on the land.
I get it,
This, we're talking about
A
the
lease
building.
purchase.
I'm just asking.
No, it's worth the, hey, let's find out, let's find the answer, I agree.
That's right.
Yeah, we're not arguing.
Okay, yeah, I just want to know the answer is,
Because we don't know what we're arguing.
right. Thank you, that's all I was asking. Because the land we own.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's all, so this was a bit separate, was separate, so,
That's the
okay.
difference, what I'm trying to.
I wouldn't believe
This
it.
facility, and I don't know the answer to that, so we'll give it.
We'll give a legal answer.
All right.
I don't think you're gonna.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna skip some, I'm not gonna skip this one, I'll skip some of it. Still, estimated construction of new shelters at 3.4 million.
All right.
That number hasn't changed.
And that is inclusive of extension to the Fairman Road sewage connecting point. Yes,
It's
no?
my understanding, yes, it is.
It's your
But
understanding?
I haven't had those conversations since Eric was here.
It should
So,
include
it
everything.
should include everything,
For the record, code.
but I'll find out.
I know,
That should call it a lease purchase.
don't box yourself.
Maybe a lease purchase. That may be what but-
All right.
Okay, library, that's, we had to send the sign back, so the LED sign came in for the library.
Didn't work?
Nope, didn't work. Had to send it back, so they replaced it for free. And, well, they figured that out the first day they got it, there was something wrong with it. So we're getting close on that. They did have the
Is that what
structure
it's
up.
gonna look like right there?
It'll look exactly like Boundary Waters.
That looks very attractive, yeah. Looks good.
It's just like, it really fits the.
That's good to have one
It
year
fits the
ago. A
library.
lot of people don't let the library out there in the woods.
This will be coming up soon. They need new key card access out there at Lincoln Springs Library. It's the only branch that doesn't have any, and, some of the ladies went to school, they had to be
Is this
done in.
something over and above the budget for 2015?
No, ma'am, it's in the budget.
It's
Property maintenance did some work in the back every time it rained. We were getting the whole building, the roof goes toward the back. And you can see all the gutters were already underground. We replaced all that stuff in-house. That's parking lot at 7 Drive, we've already discussed that. $100,000 is what it'll take in-house to replace everything out there, including water health. There's some pictures of the parking lot.
it's in bad shape.
Yeah, that's some of the furniture that's at 7 Drive. Skip to some more projects. Yeah, let's go. 2014. The top ones are what we did, the purchase orders we did in 2014, 2015 is what we've done so far. Which includes the LMIG contract, Holly Springs sidewalks, the purchase for the pumper truck, shoulder maintenance, and then hazard mitigation plan, which is the cheapest one.
We need to include in our 2016 budget a little bit of shoulder maintenance for drop off, where at the end of the pavement, there's a rut
Oh,
there. And we need to include.
Kelly knows about that, don't you, Kelly?
We need to include millings or maybe a little shoulder.
Yep.
Right.
Depending on how
I've
bad it
got
is.
some bad ones.
Okay, Human Resources Department, sorry.
Now, go ahead.
Human Resources Department, we're looking at timely open enrollment execution. We've been a little bit late past couple of years, in November or so. We're looking at having all that finished by October. Compliance with all the reporting requirements from 2016. They're looking at making sure that he's turning that whole place around, put it that way. Everything they have. Complete HR manual for departmental support that'll help out department heads, everyone. Helping department heads. Right now, department heads have to keep up with all of their employees, which they should be able to do this too, but HR should be on top of it. They keep up with, okay, Commissioner Guida was hired and she's on merit. She's hired July 17th. Well, I gotta keep up with it, make sure that I finish, do her evaluation, do her NOPA and submit it by July 17th for all my employees. Well, HR should be able to send something out and say, look, here's a little reminder, so-and-so's coming up for evaluation.
To that point, Mike, to your background in airline, HR is a shared services, right? It cuts across everything. So there should be consistency of employment care, for lack of a better word. It says that it's not just sort of a prompt, but it's providing them with the tools, because they're really not in the HR business, right? That's a discipline and a skill set that, as a leader, you just know what to do per se, but the whole point is to make it consistent, right? A consistent application of policy, it's forms, everything should be consistent, right, from an evaluation. So I'm glad to hear that we've got a director that's stepping in now and taking us to the next level, because I think that's an area that we need some help.
I think that the department heads and the elected officials that, have people under them, that they need some training and evaluations, because a lot of times it was just used to give somebody a raise because they weren't getting a cost of living raise. And so it was just not enough money. Well, now, this year we have a merit increase, so we need some training from that, because it's good old boy, well, I not give it to him, you know. But we need to, use it as the tool that it's meant to
Is evaluation, I'm sorry,
be, the
is the
evaluation,
evaluation system, it's still paper-based?
yes.
And see.
It is paper-based, but it's on the computer.
Well, I mean, and going to your
It's not
point,
what you're saying.
going to your point about, service,
Sure.
references, resources, assistance in the evaluating process, scheduling, helpful hints, whatever you want to call them. All that's in software, in evaluation. So there's all kinds of evaluation software that can be on, network and actually assist the supervisor, whomever it is, filing reports on a timely basis, and making them germane to the job, and making them relevant, to the individual, without just a pure pull it off the pad and, fill it out
Give them the 2.5.
and, that kind of thing.
But we have progressed to, you can fill it out on the computer.
Yeah.
It's still like filling it out on a piece of paper.
Well, that's a step in the right, that's a step in the right direction, but you can do so much more.
Yes.
Y'all are gonna be satisfied with the direction of our new HR director. He's doing a fantastic job.
I'm
We're
absolutely
with him, we're
thrilled.
saying we're with.
And this is not something we're worried about next week.
Yeah.
Because he's doing a lot of stuff right now.
He
I would
is.
like to see that
He's
direction.
playing catch up on some stuff.
But to that point, like we did with New World, from a financial perspective, right? Is there any modules that we use versus these little small one-off things? I'm not talking about big PeopleSoft type of, open op type systems. I'm talking about, is there some modules that currently exist with our current packages that we use, like New World, that like, okay, here's the HR component, right? Here's we've already got licenses, we've already got a committed capital expenditure in these things. Have you thought about that, or are we like, okay, you gotta come up with something totally new to support this? I think,
Yeah.
what are we doing regarding that? Are we gonna let him come back and say?
I think we'll probably give him some time, but that ought to be on our scope. He's doing a lot now.
But he's aware perhaps,
Yeah, add it to his list.
but is he aware of the fact, some of the things that may be available to him that he, because again, if he's coming from a paper base, it doesn't even touch that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fred, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right.
I think he's very active. He comes to see Mark and I on a continuous basis, telling us what he's doing, and we're recommending other things for him to take a look at it. He's open, so let's keep him
Yeah.
abreast of what we want out of him, because he's doing a great job.
He is reviewing, the 2014 Douglas County Salary Survey. As Jennifer will tell you, we looked at it. I'm not sure who we looked at. I know Jennifer and I looked at it. There was some stuff missing out of it. Some employees were missing, I don't know why. Anyway, we're checking on it. He's looking at that, he's reviewing it, so we will recommend implementation of part of it, or some of it, or all of it if he gets it finished.
And Mark, we asked him to take a look again on the retirees from the fire department.
Yes.
He pretty much come
Actually,
back-
everybody, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
fire department, he came
Right,
up first.
right. He pretty much come back and to tell us that we've got a program that's much like everybody else, all the other counties. But at some point in time, we maybe want to take a look and see if we want to do something a little different from what we're doing now, as far as the death of an employee, and right now, the dependents lose their coverage immediately, right?
Yes, if you retire under the rule of 80, and then you die, you're the employee. I'm the employee, I die. As soon as I die, my wife and children have to go on the cover.
But we want to do something different, maybe 30 days, 60 days, 90 days,
6
something
months.
I'd like the board to take a look at. And,
We just recently did that, didn't we? It was 30 days.
well, the only thing we did is we said,
changed
no,
the
we're
policy.
not going to cover,
Right.
we're not going to cover anybody after a employee is deceased.
In perpetuity.
Right.
So, yeah, we still had some complaints after that, even though, yeah, we did make that
In some of
decision.
my town hall meetings, I had widows of firemen show up and,
I think it's in conflict with the merit system. I think there's a problem.
well, it's
And we may
according to
have to
who
look
reads
at
the
that
merit
side.
system. It's
Yeah.
the one, you can interpret it both ways.
You can interpret it both ways.
Even legal interpreted, that you can interpret both ways.
Since
So it's a
the-
decision we're gonna have to make, and, present it to us and let us take a look at it and see what you think.
And in a sense, I think Stan has filed a grievance against personnel people because of,
Well, he's still alive, so why,
I don't know.
But he's
And he
just
had
saying
retired
that if
then.
something happened to him,
I know.
that his wife would not have after he worked here.
I know, but the decision we made as a board is no, they're not.
They're not covered anymore.
They're not covered anymore, so.
I think the problem was is that wasn't the recommendation coming
I'm not
from
agreeing with
personnel
that.
people. That was, we misinterpreted
I would love to have.
what they were asking us to vote on.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think that's right. We interpreted, say one thing, and evidently
They
they
did,
interpreted.
that's not, they were just adding 2 words to the thing.
Yeah.
Somehow or another, we changed everything, so I don't know.
I don't either,
I don't
that's
know.
something we need to take a look at and
We'll
get
have to look at it.
get it done, one way or the other. Leave it like it is, or,
Real quick, regarding compensation as relates to, I know he's looking at the surveys, the salary study. We came out of last year, we had some unfinished business. I just want to make sure that there was no employee left behind. No pun intended, from last year's process. I know we focused on certain areas. I know we did some, okay, if you're contract, non-contract, let's just make sure, just give a reaffirmation. I'm not saying any action has to be taken, but if there's anybody, for that most part, that was left behind from last year, let's make sure we get them appropriately in the queue. So, leave it at that.
Second that motion. No.
well, basically, we took a look at public safety, we didn't look at anybody
Yeah,
else.
Everybody else
yeah,
left
yeah.
out.
That's what I need to be doing right now, and that's why,
Which is what we're doing.
Well, we
That's why HR
saw, we
director
saw
did it.
problems, we saw problems in the other sectors. Yes, that's what we addressed.
Right,
Yes.
right.
That was being very direct. I have liberty to say that. That wasn't criticism, we just more.
no, that's what Frederick is doing now. Yes, that's part of, one of the things.
Okay, with all this said, he says he needs 1.5 people.
No,
Frederick does,
He needs 1.5.
Oh, my goodness.
ask him what he considered the half.
Yep. That'd be a 1 part-time position.
No, he does need one, I don't know about the half, but he does need one, and we can address that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just giving you an early heads up, but we
Okay.
can.
This wasn't in the budget, was it?
No, this will be for next year.
Okay.
This is just an early. As far as IS, okay, y'all know about the compromise we had with Blue Cross Blue Shield, them hacking
Yeah.
all of our information. I don't know if they got y'all, if they got me, they got everything, IRS and Lisa. Yes. They
Did
turned
they
it
get you?
You're the only lucky one.
Because
Yeah,
I've
they
got
got
lights
Lisa
on,
too.
maybe they could do mine, because I've got.
how come everybody doesn't know about that? Because I don't know about
You should
You
got
don't know
emails
that?
on.
Oh, they
Are you on
hacked
our
in the Blue
email?
Cross Blue
I
Shield.
mean, our
The and.
healthcare.
It's and,
it. Oh,
I got it.
Yeah, you got a letter on
I got it.
Anthem.
And they were filing
Yeah.
returns.
They filed
for
returns
people.
in my name,
Before they
Lisa's
filed
name.
return, they got
Oh,
their
they got Lisa
refunds.
too.
I remember Peggy looking at something, oh, I asked her, why?
Yeah, that's what, we all got something from Anthem, but then we brought Blue Cross Blue Shield in to have 2
Yeah.
in-house meetings with our employees.
Oh, well, I got a letter from the IRS, the same thing, so I got the credit report of service. The IRS has been hacked.
Yeah. Anyway, what Russ did, Russ took,
Computer.
he had some money in the budget. He went,
They're getting worse than.
he had Silence Incorporated pretty much try to break into our system, tell them what's wrong with our stuff.
Right.
Because we had employees that were blaming IS, you know, it's our problem, it's not Blue Cross Blue Shield. Or it's not our problem. We're good right now, although he's, for the budget for next year, he's gonna look at some additional,
Firewalls.
yes, firewalls and stuff,
Okay.
bigger firewalls, thicker, I guess, I don't know.
Well, he's
Now
got.
the hacking will get bigger as well, so they'll get smarter.
Yes, he does.
You know.
Okay, he completed switch replacement, server virtualization, all machines purchased prior to 2009 have been replaced. And then, entire inventory of PCs within our 5-year-old goals, they should be finished by the end of Q3. And then, as far as sand upgrade, new hardware's been installed and it's ongoing, construction is ongoing. image trim was completed, our icon case management, Managers Plus which is the fleet software, is partial, they're still working on it. And wind gap upgrade was completed for appraisal. That's the same thing we talked about as far as communications. Pretty sure we have finished, he may have one more step to go, but he's finished all 3 phases Wes has of the,
So we don't have to
HD
budget
equipment.
anything in next year's budget, we'll have it covered, I mean, any additional.
yes, sir, we'll have it covered. And it came in under what we thought it was going to be for this
Good,
year, so.
good.
It was a
And
little
you
bit
can see
cheaper.
a difference in the quality of our show, of our TV now too, can't you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Yep, that's the high.
They need some more money for
stuff.
that, they need to.
Don't stop there, huh?
Okay.
It
Okay.
was the first Georgia government access television channel to be fully high definition.
We were, are we on, or
Yes, we are.
anybody else now?
No, so that's the first one.
Okay, how much more you got, Mark?
You tell me.
We
We can
got,
do
we
that.
got about 5 more minutes.
Okay, we're
but,
done.
If anything. We all are interested in economic development. Let's talk a little bit about that before we go.
That's the last slide, right there. Don't mash that button.
I like Mark.
No, you know, I think this is something that we're all interested in taking the burden of our budget off the backs of our homeowners. And I think we've done a good job. We've still got a long way to go as far as creating jobs. Still 65–70% of our people have to go out of our county, and we'll never create enough jobs that everybody can stay at home, but we can create more. And anything that we can do to do that, I still think if you take a look at the jobs that we've created over the last 10 years, per capita, we're creating more jobs than anybody else in the Atlanta region, per capita. So we need to continue to do that. Curie, Rockland, Hilton Garden, and the list goes on. We've done a good job. But,
Mark, you know where Curie is? Or is developing their site?
It's off Skyview, isn't it?
Yeah, if you don't, I don't know, I have.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's
we
off
just changed- we just
Skyview.
named
Well, I mean,
it-
you know where they
We
are.
just changed the name of the road yesterday.
Right? Curie Court.
Curie Court, Curie Drive, whatever, what do we name it?
Curie Drive.
Curie Drive.
Right.
And it had no name, so it needed a name.
I got like Green Mountain, we should have Green Mountain.
From an overall policy perspective, I don't disagree. I mean, by all means, I've always advocated economic development and don't back away from that premise. As a policy, I want us to make sure that we give our development authority structure and boundaries about what's in and what's out, right? Never put us in a place where we were having to basically sell our soul, in essence, to get something done, the bigger picture. I want to be very clear on that the spirit of what we're doing and everything that the chairman just enunciated, dead on point. Don't move from it. But we can do better. We don't have to marry the very first pretty thing that comes along. Right? Be patient with this county. This is great. We're doing it in a great position. We don't have to rush it. It's just like, okay, just be cool. Make sure that the partners that we deal with, that there's a balance in what it's looking like. Right? Just don't be thirsty. And so that's the only thing I would say, that, keep going, keep pushing, keep promoting, come to Douglas, all of that. But let's also send a message that says, okay, but, right? We don't have to sell ourselves away to get something done, but that's on us to push, like Development Authority. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Don't do that.
I don't know if I understand what you just said,
It's okay.
but I will ask you questions.
You're
I'm
okay.
in the AN corners.
You're okay, Mr. Chairman. You're good. You're good.
I mean, we're not gonna agree on every decision that
I know.
comes through the
I know.
Development Authority.
But if
Okay, the Development Authority has done a good job.
we just need to make sure
We don't
that
need to tackle everything that comes to our county. We need to.
But we don't though.
everything.
You don't, I
Right,
agree.
we don't, so.
Everything needs to be
I'm a
able
little baffled by
to
the
be
whole-
understood
but,
by the
okay.
Me
citizens
too.
and us.
Me too. Okay.
Very good, Mark. Good, first time.
Adjourn.
Yay.
Thank you.
You did a good
Thank you,
job.
sir.
We get all over the place, but you're okay.
And I'll get you